And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, this is Dysfunction Junction.
Welcome to Guantanamo Bay, where you ask us the questions and we have to answer unless you put a cotton towel over our face and pour a gallon of water down our throat.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Ooh, that sounds nice. We're going to do our very best to answer any questions you might have as you guys stream in and say hello to us. I'm just going to say it right now. Fuck it. Put your feet up. Put your finger in your ear. I don't care what you do. Squeeze your own titties. Welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
My name is Chris. That's what I'm talking about. I'm Chris Burns. Below me on the screen, the one and only master of anal chaos,
Chris Lynch.
Ooh.
And of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, the man that can make any word mean anything just by saying station. It is Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman.
What is up, everybody out there?
So we have a special treat for you. And by you, I mean the broad you. Certainly not myself and Lynch. Because Herm has a little food review he'd like to do before we get into the questions.
Yeah, we found it. And I'm going to have to grab it.
Oh, my Lord. The only thing saving this whole segment is he's wearing a Bruins sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. But everything's over. Blah, blah, blah. How's the weather, Babylon, Chris? How was your day, Chris Lynch?
It was good. I worked my butt off at work. It was a busy morning. We were a person short, so...
We were short at my job, too.
Tomorrow.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
And I got a long day tomorrow at 6 a.m. to 3, so...
Well, you know, shit happens and life goes on.
Good times.
In some cases. Unless you're Harry Belafonte, then life does not go on.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Harry Belafonte.
I was a little
96
verklempt when you sent me that. Yeah, I was a little verklempt when that message came through. I'm like, dude, I thought he died years ago.
So did I. Honestly.
We're going to start a game.
That's funny.
You know the celebrities that are in the spotlight every couple of years, until they die. He's one of those guys. Well, yeah, I hadn't heard from him in a while, so maybe he did die. Well, no, today was officially his day, or yesterday, whatever it was.
Yep. Yes, it was.
All right, Herm. What do we got? What do we? Think
All right, so we have something very special. It's French.
Ooh.
It's French, okay, and it's
French onion ice cream.
Oh!
You finally got it.
I found it.
I can't.
I've been to 3 Walmarts looking for that shit, and I can't find it.
End caps, baby, end caps. That's not in the ice cream aisle. It's on the end caps. I found that out. They're showcasing it on the end caps.
I'm already getting nasty. Oh no! I'm just gonna look up.
Just wait.
Hey, I hate you all.
Wait, listen.
No.
Same thing.
Ah!
Does it smell like ranch?
It might, Rabbit. It might.
It smells like rabbit. You might.
Let's see. Let's get the rest. All of that off of there.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I think so. Here we go.
Oh boy.
And we're not taking a big taste of it. We're just going to taste it. We're just trying. It's just.
I can't
just
even look.
Look, Chris. Look.
No.
Look. It's in his mouth. Oh. Down the hatch.
No.
It's not bad.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
That's the news I was hoping for.
Oh, I can feel the bile coming up. Oh.
No, I can totally see making a milkshake with this and a couple of like buffalo tenders.
Throw a little blue cheese crumble on top.
Yo, use this for a garnish on something. I can see that. I can.
Nope.
All right, it's. I mean, I'm not gonna sit down and blow a bowl of it, but I could find
A use for it.
Culinary uses for it. I could. I very much could.
Oh.
Like maybe float a little bit of ranch ice cream on the top of like a cold soup. Maybe that would work.
Yeah.
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 Like float a little on top of a gazpacho. That'd be interesting.
Or as a topping for chicken and waffles.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yes. Yep.
Make the star attraction. He's a guest.
No, but like a little bit of an accoutrement.
Accoutrement with my cruciferous.
No. Dude, you ever get it where you can taste the bile? And that's what's going on.
I'm just
right
going to eat
now.
a spoonful of that every week live on the show.
Oh, you know what, guys? We've always talked about one of these guys dying because they cough all the time. This is going to kill me. This is going to kill me. Thank you, Zach. Zach is coming in hot. Might as well break out the deviled ham and the Vienna wieners.
Whoa, now you're crossing a fucking line, Zach. Now you're crossing a line, buddy.
No, oh God, my stomach is turning, and
Oh,
I didn't even.
No,
eat
because
I could dip my Vienna wieners in it.
You lost me, bro. You lost me.
Oh God, stop!
Oh, it's not. I mean, it's. Can you imagine like mayo chup frozen custard?
Ooh, that would be good.
Hello, Justin. No, I can't.
That's real Wisconsin mayo chup custard.
Oh God!
See, even Zach's over here like he'd try it. See?
Oh, you sick fuck!
See, and I'm the fucked up one with the ranch ice cream. But
You are.
But mayo chup frozen custard. That's okay. That's not over the line. That's totally okay. I get it.
That's right there.
Yeah.
Might as well break out the cold beer, Chris. No, I can't because our studio is a dry studio. However, on the way home, I will make sure I go to the local beer dispensary
And get a frosty Bud Light.
Haberdashery. Or
I can't.
bodega.
I'm just gonna chat with my friend here online. She deserves it more. She deserves it more than you sick fucks.
Who are you talking to, Chris? Is she watching?
Not yet. She will be.
Get on it.
So nobody's got questions?
Well,
You
we're
have
working on it.
standards.
Well, Zach, please. I know where the bodies are buried. You don't want to say that out loud in front of people. That's all I'm going to say about that. I love you, kid. Always have. But, you can't say standards when certain people know certain things.
Yeah.
No, a Busch Light, maybe, Justin. Maybe. But I'm going to stick with the old standby. I'm going to stick with Miller Lite. Hasn't done me wrong, and they haven't done a poor campaign that goes against everybody who buys their product. So
You do like Busch Light freezer pops.
There you go.
okay, that wouldn't be bad. When I went to the SRX race last year, not that I'm trying to blend two shows together, but Justin's in the house, so I can blend two shows together. When I went to the SRX race in Stafford, my buddy Billy went with me, and he brought with him his cooler, and it was full of the Busch Light Apple, which wasn't bad.
I had one of those when I was drinking.
Yeah, it's
They're
not
okay.
bad. So, if they come out again this summer, I'll give it a shot. But I heard they were discontinuing it, so maybe it didn't sell as well as they thought. I don't know.
Probably not. I mean,
Probably.
when you mix fruit and beer, it's usually so sweet you can't tolerate it. But that actually wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't at all. And even
My
a
wife
beer
had-
snob like our. Go ahead, please.
My wife had one of the Bud vodka seltzers, and she said they were really good. She's like they weren't
Really?
obnoxiously sweet, and they had a little bit of a kick to them.
Herm, they are pretty dang good in the ice pops. So when Herm comes back, we'll let him know
Yeah, there
Justin's
we go.
on his side. Now you got me curious. I want to make some different beer ice pops, and then test them out. Like give one to Zach, and try this one, and you're like, okay, what beer pop is this? Like the Pepsi Challenge. but with beer icicles.
That'd be a good idea.
It'd be a fun game.
Yeah. What do you win? Nothing.
Nothing. You win a chance to be on Dysfunction Junction Live.
You win a chance to get a buzz.
I will know because I'll number them. I'll deliver them to his house. I'll be like, all right, try number 2. I tried a lot of beer, but for the price, it's a good brew. Justin says to you, Herm, that Herm, they are pretty dang good when you make them into ice pops. The Busch Light. So with
if you mix and Busch Light and Captain Morgan,
Ooh.
it tastes like chocolate. It tastes nice. I know, but it tastes like chocolate milk. Trust me.
Oh.
Ooh. And that's Busch Light and what now?
Captain Morgan. So like
Years and
3 or 4 parts, because it's usually done like as a shot, but like 2 or 3 parts of Busch Light to like 1 part of Captain Morgan, and I'm not sure what the exact mix is, but you could tailor it to your liking. But yeah, it's chocolate milk.
So like years and years ago, I'd say like 30 plus years. Oh, you're missing it, man. Back when I worked at the Cafe Del Mar, the bartender came up with a drink. I to this day don't know what she made it, how she made it. It literally tasted just like a warm hot chocolate. When you drank it, it felt warm in your mouth, and I was like, God damn, those were dangerous. Because you can drink it just like you're drinking hot chocolate, and when you go to stand up, you're on the fucking floor. They were
Yikes.
really good. They were really, really good.
Sounds like the lunch boxes I used to drink.
I'm going to have to cancel Zach for his my first beer pop will be Incorrigible. If you don't know what that is, it's a sour beer that tastes like cabbage and ass.
Never heard of Incorrigibles.
In that order, good. The farther you are away from this beer.
There's only a few sour beers that I really liked when I drank. Chimay was one of them. La Côte de Rhône.
Timmy! What?
Timmy!
Timmy! They got a beer named Timmy! What?
Chimay.
Shimmy!
Timmy! Ah!
La Fin du Mont. That was a good one. All those Canadian French beers that are sour, I like. Man, that rain, man, sounds like it's fucking hailing out there, man.
No, it's not that bad. It's just a little rain right now.
So I thought that was Herm getting rid of his gender fluid.
No, he's getting rid of it so we can refill tomorrow.
That's right. Wife's
You go
birthday
all
coming up.
You go all natural or synthetic?
Synthetic.
On that note, we got a couple people here. If we want to open it up to questions, you got questions, we got answers. The more the merrier. I really don't care. Try to keep it classy, but if you don't, that's fine by us. We really don't care. We just want to...
Whatever. Bring it on. Come on, people.
Yeah, really. Because I don't want to have to ask all the questions. So, Zach, Justin, I know Jordan's going to pop in at some point and go, hey, guys. They're like, you have a question? Then get out.
Yeah.
Fucking go. Just fucking go.
Has the Undertaker got his hands in a dead body today, or is he on call?
I'm not sure. He was on call this past weekend.
Yes, he was.
Probably elbow deep and then some old fart that died.
Oh, Jesus. I love the text message in the dude chat, and I'm sure I can share this with people. He went to pick up 3 bodies.
I gotta go pick up 3 bodies. Anybody want to take a ride?
Well, not only that, when he said the guy at the hospital asked, "How are you going to take all these?" and he explains it, I'm like, "What do you care? 2 in the back and 1 on the top. They're not going to bitch about their accommodations. They're dead." It's like, what do you care if you stack them one on top of the other?
When I said I would rather go with him than go grocery shopping, I meant it.
I believe it. I told him I want to go on a...
We went to Walmart, then Costco, then Trader Joe's, then another Walmart. Yeah,
Why?
That was my Sunday afternoon.
Why? What did she need that was only available at Walmart?
So she was out in Michigan 2 weeks ago, and
in another part of the country that generally and everything is everything sold in stores is regionally based.
Regional.
I found something in Colorado that they don't fucking have here. No shit, dude. Do you want me to start on the shit in fucking Colorado that I can't fucking get?
No. What we'd like to do
I can find 8 million little bottles of tahine to put in like your stocking and your fucking, or in your like Halloween candy or in an Easter egg. Little tiny bottles of this seasoning tahine, which you can barely fucking find a big thing back home. But you know what you can't find here? Like anything but spirals, macaroni. They love orzo here. Love that shit. Yay. Pasta that looks like rice. And I'm sorry. I was triggered.
You know what it is? Need more Italian people. Then you have the 55 kinds of pasta.
No, there's one store. You go to downtown on Elm Street. You go to Gagliano's.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
It's been there for 100. It's been there for 100 years. It's Gagliano's. You just go down there on Elm Street and they have little old blind guy behind the counter slices the deli meat. It's beautiful.
Wow,
He's
nice.
got the spinny fingers.
Yeah. He's got like one finger. He's got, and his hair looks like this, but he uses the nub real good on the slicer, and it's all right. But for real, Mr. G.
Shouldn't you be looking over there at your meat?
For real, no, it's good. I talk to you.
Oh my God! Can we get to our first question?
What's the question?
Zach wants to know, what is your spirit animal? Start with Lynch.
Oh, Jesus. Not Jesus.
Oh, Jesus was an animal.
Well, technically, if he was a person, he was an animal.
Animal, mineral, vegetable, yeah.
I don't know, dog. Because I got a lot of them.
Yeah. And I have caught you licking your own ass on occasion.
If I could do that, I would never leave the house.
Somehow I believe that. But that's a pretty decent question. Herm, what about you?
The pig.
Interesting.
There you go. Because of your pork and pork-related products.
Just you can use the whole pig.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. You can use the whole pig.
Snoop the butt.
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful animal.
What about you, Birds?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, you know.
Senor Bernays.
Senor Bernays. That'd be Mr. McCockenfist to you. Oh, wow. You know, maybe because I don't slow down, and I don't like likening myself to vermin all that much. But you never see us. You never. Herm, are you gonna die?
No.
Please don't die. Oh. Is everybody cut off or just Herm?
Just me.
Cut himself.
You never see a slow squirrel, and I am always on the run.
Oh, you can't.
What do you mean?
Oh, squirrel's not a vermin.
To me, they are. It's a rat with a bushy tail.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the only difference between a rat and squirrels get all the fucking glory, man. But really, it's a rat. If you gave a rat a fluffy tail, it's a squirrel. So
basically,
it's a rodent. I'll take it.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. You never see a slow squirrel. I'm always on the move. I wanted to, when I hear people say, they work so much. Yeah, well, so do I, but I just don't, I had a friend recently say something to me about, I worked 35 hours this week. How do you expect me to? I'm like, wow, 35.
Oh, that's a slow week.
Yeah, welcome to the first half of my week. Unbelievable.
Right.
But yeah, I guess I would go like a squirrel. You're always moving. You're always collecting. You're always, you're always busy doing something. And I'm always busy with something.
And you love nuts.
Oh, here it goes.
See, this is why we can't have nice things.
1,000% why we can't have nice things.
You respect Mr. Anal Chaos.
I know. The fuck. You guys got to get your questions in. We warned you ahead of time. Let's go get some questions in.
Enjoy.
Sincerely, Lid.
I got a question that just came in. We'll start with Lynch again. Why does Lynch like the butt?
I don't know. It's just because it's funny. Because I make people laugh. I don't know. I'm the sad clown.
There you go. Herm, why does Lynch like the butt?
The edibles.
Yeah, that's you.
Because of the edibles. It's definitely because of the edibles.
Zach's going back to the... Go ahead, please.
I had a new one today.
A new one?
A new edible or a new butt?
A new edible.
Okay.
It's good.
Zach echoes our sentiment about the guy who said, I work 35 hours a week. How do you expect me to do anything? And he's like, oh, do they enjoy their part-time job? All right, here comes another question. Zach comes in. Would you rather spend 1 year in the North Pole or 2 years in the Sahara Desert? Herm, we'll let you start.
I'd rather spend 2 years in the North Pole.
See, you can't Herm the question. It's his question. It's an either or. It's not like, but what's behind door number 3? Are you going to get a zonk? Yeah, well, what the fuck? You think we're playing Let's Make a Deal here?
No whammies.
Yeah, life is Let's Make a Deal, baby.
No whammies.
Yes.
No whammies.
I'll do that 1 year at the North Pole gladly. Than that Sahara Desert shit. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You see, you're a fan of the cold. I am not. I hate the
cold.
I'm going.
I'd be walking around in my shorts and my fucking house shoes all the time. Yep, love it.
I think I would pick the North Pole over to the desert too. I hate hot. And any hot. Doesn't have to be dry. Doesn't have to be a humid hot. I just fucking hate being hot.
I mean, honestly, he didn't put any conditions on it. Okay.
No, he didn't.
So technically, I could spend it in an air-conditioned yurt in the Sahara Desert, given his question. But my feeling is the problem with the desert is that
everything wants to kill you.
Well, not necessarily, that's true, but so does Australia, and they've got trees and shit. But in the cold, if you need to warm up, you put on another layer. You put on more stuff. You can add clothes to help that situation. The problem with the fucking Sahara Desert is once I strip down to being naked, I can't go anywhere else. That's it. And if I'm still fucking hot, that's the best I can fucking do.
And that's why I hate summer, like the really hottest part of the summer. Once you sweat through your clothes, you're like, fuck, my day's gone. I smell. I'm slippery. I'm wet, and it's hot.
You mean like more than normal?
Yeah, I'm slippery more than normal.
Okay.
That's from the baby oil.
Wow. All right, then.
Ooh.
Come on, don't let us down.
Baby oil is just mineral oil. That's all it is. They put a little aloe or a little something in there. Make it smell pretty.
No, they make it with real babies. They cook those fuckers down.
I am mad that baby oil is not made from real babies.
It's like mucilage.
Yeah, but where are they getting all these babies from? That's a lot of babies.
I'm not answering that question on the grounds that someone's gonna hate me at the end of this.
Do it. Oh.
Nope, not even gonna say it. If you could eat one thing for the next 50 years, what would it be and why? Only one thing.
My wife.
That's nutritious. It's delicious. It's fun for the whole family.
I don't need to say why. Done.
It says and why. That is the question.
Because she tastes delicious.
This is why. This is exactly why.
I like this. That's a great answer.
This is 1,000% why we cannot have nice things.
This is 1,000% the reason we decided we wanted this show because we knew this was the answers we were getting.
No, we knew that from you. That's the answers we were getting.
This is the reason why we're the award-winning podcast that's never won an award.
That's right.
Not one.
That's right. Not one.
Not one.
Not one. Not two. 0.
That's right. So it's up to you guys to nominate us for an award somewhere, somehow, some way. All right.
Like a sleazy or something.
Lynch, what's your
Circle gets the square.
Lynch, if you could eat one thing for the rest of your life or 50 years, well, let's just call it the rest of your life. What would it be and why?
Because we all know that this fucker is not getting another 50 years. It's just not happening. I mean, none of us really are either, but he's the oldest, and we know he's dying first.
Wow.
We're all going to live to 110.
Yeah, but you're getting there first, so fuck off.
Just to fucking spite you. Where's Lynch? He's lost again. He's wandering the streets in his underwear. Get him back in his wheelchair and get him in the house.
Pretty much. He's going to cross the finish line of life like the Haitian kid at the Boston Marathon every year. And we're going to be like 17 paces behind him going, I don't see how he's got the energy. I just don't.
I'll be wearing shoes, though.
Well, thank God.
Crocs.
Lynch, what's your answer?
If I had to eat one food for the rest of my life, I'll go to the peanut butter sandwich.
Wow.
I eat a lot of them. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter is probably one of my favorite things on the planet. I go through a lot of peanut butter.
Once again, the noble pig. There it is. There's so many different meals.
I mean, you could. Peanut butter is very versatile. If I had another food to put with it, like I could do peanut butter chicken, which is an African dish, which is fucking phenomenal. Peanut butter on rice, peanut butter on ice cream, whatever. Figure it out. It's a standard.
I'm trying to find.
And it doesn't really go bad.
I'm trying to find the correlation between a nut, which is grown on what, a vine or a tree, peanuts.
They're actually grown in the dirt. They're actually they're of the legume family, and peanuts are actually considered like a bean or a pea.
Okay.
They're considered a pulse.
Okay, so explain to me the correlation between the peanut butter and the noble pig, please.
Well, you can spread the peanut butter. The connection between the two are neither, but mine was more like just an utterings of like something you could eat for the rest of your life, like an actual food.
Got you.
The pig. So, so many different parts of the pig prepared a bunch of different ways. But, if you spread peanut butter on a pig's ass.
She'll be there in 5 seconds.
And you eat a couple of edibles, and you've eaten a couple of edibles, you can be in for a wild ride, I'm just saying. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard from him right there. But that's what I heard. It's not, I don't know. That's what he said.
Especially if you're crotch deep and you call that pig by her sister's name.
That's right. That's right. Now it's time for the game we call rodeo. You got to see if you can hold on for 8 seconds.
All right. I'm not herming it, but it says if you could eat one thing, specifically one piece of something, and I'm either going to die of a heart attack or I'm going to explode like, the fat guy on that one show because he ate so much he burst. I'm going with a lasagna. And I'm not talking about, Stouffer's freezer gimmick. I'm talking about real, your grandma makes it all nice and well.
Like my wife's lasagna.
Your wife's lasagna is fantastic, I must say. She has made lasagna, and I've been part of that dinner before.
Partaken.
Or what now?
You have partook.
I have partaken in the taking and the eating of the lasagna.
Of the thing.
And with the exception of frozen lasagna, I've never met a lasagna I've hated.
That's a good food to pick. I could die on that island.
I'm just very glad that all the people that have made lasagna and the lasagnas that I've eaten, they're all fantastic. So, all right, another question. Start with Herm on this one. We started with Lynch a couple times. What's one lesson that you feel everyone should learn in life?
How to deal with failure / loss / not winning appropriately.
Mm-hmm. Can you expand on that just a little bit? Because I know what you mean. Because it's like I said in the dude chat and in pre-production, sometimes we share a brain, and I already know where you're going. But for the
Well,
sake of those watching,
we've got we got a lot of people younger than ourselves, especially these. What are they? Z's?
yeah, the Z's,
The Z's? Is that what they are? The
Zoomers.
Z's?
They're the Zoomers.
The Gen Zs, which are like after the millennials, they're the really, really young fuckers. They're like the 20 and belows. I feel a lot of them are the whiny kids that never learned how to deal with no as a child. And then it translates into becoming the uncoachable child on a ball team type person. The type of kid that can't be told you're not playing because you don't play well enough.
You didn't work hard.
Right, he's got to get he gets participation time, but he's not actually like you don't play him. He's not a first stringer. Kids that don't know how to deal with a loss or not disappointment, and it affects the way that their older selves are able to deal with life. Life is about a lot of disappointment, and you have to learn that it happens, and you got to keep going. You got to plug along, and if you don't learn how to deal with it, then you're not well prepared to deal with life as an adult, because once again, life will throw some shit at you, and you will be disappointed on a constant basis. So, you're not going to be very happy or able to live a decent life because you're not able to handle loss or being told no or not winning.
And it goes further than that because, get out in the job force. Well, I should have got that job. Why? That person was extremely more qualified than you. Why should you have that job? Well, because I want it. Well, tough titties, kid. It's not for you.
That circles back to something I said on the show a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, about my wife doing interviews for her new job. This person on paper has 6 years of college, master's degree, but never worked a day in his life. This guy got a bachelor's, has worked 25 years, and has a good work ethic. I mean, in certain circumstances, you can go to the kid who just came out of school, and because he can be trained. That's all a college degree is it tells people you are teachable. Or
well, yeah. I mean, it basically it tells a future employer that you showed up every time you were supposed to for 4 years. You completed a specified set of tasks, and you did it moderately to reasonably well.
Right. So,
which is a category, is a quality that a future employer will say, okay, they did this, they put enough effort into this, maybe they'll put the same effort in too. Right.
Yeah, but by virtue that'll carry over into their work ethic. Which,
right.
To piggyback off of what Chris said, I agree wholeheartedly that the Gen Zs are the generation of I got my hand out or I want that. But also going off of what Herm said, my lesson is that nothing good in life is easy. You have to work hard.
Yeah, they all want to start as the CEO and don't want to work in the mailroom.
Do you think for any two thoughts that I am where I thought I would be at 50 years old right now, work-wise?
No.
I would have assumed I'd still be at the casino wasting away and turning into a crotchety old fuck.
But you looked good doing it.
But, yeah, I work at a dog kennel. But guess what? I love my job. I like going to work every day. I come home moderately happy most days, unless the Gen Zers I work with piss me off, which happens quite a lot. They all think they're the boss. They all for the most part, most Gen Zers put on the show like I can move really fast and make pretend I'm getting things done when all they're doing is creating chaos. You can't do a job just by running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You can move fast and get the job done. And I noticed that this morning. The young lady I worked with this morning is one of the ones I prefer to work with because there's no chaos. There were 3 of us when there's normally 4, and the 3 of us got shit done quicker than when there's 4. You add that 4th person who just wants to, I want to take over and I want to be in charge. Well, guess what, honey? You're not the CEO. You're not the boss. Fall in line. Get behind me or in front of me. We're just grunts. We're frontline workers, and they want that right out of the chute. I worked hard to get this house. I worked hard to get my toys. I worked hard to get the stuff I have in the basement, my woodworking tools and stuff. I worked hard. This wasn't given to me. It's not a gift. It wasn't. I didn't get it for free because I wanted it. I worked hard, and I reward myself.
Yeah, and the more you work, you get rewarded.
Right. Any Gen Zs that happen to be listening to this, if I piss you off, I'm sorry. But the world is not yours just to take. It's yours for the taking.
Oh, it is. It is yours to take, and you've got to take it. Nobody's giving it to you. You have to take it.
Right.
Yes, it is. It is yours to take. If you are strong enough and badass enough, take it.
Yep. You just can't grab it and say, it's mine. You got to work hard behind that. You got to work hard. I listen to these kids who work 30 hours a week. Oh my God, I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired. Oh, join the club, kid. I'm 50 and I'm still doing this. I get up at 5 o'clock every morning or 4:30. They don't realize by the time I get to work, I've already worked an hour and a half at home taking care of the dogs, doing this, doing that. Putting the breakfast fixings for my wife out on the counter, saying, "Hey, just press play." And by the time I get to work, I've already been an hour and a half working. I've been up.
Right.
These guys, they roll out of bed and show up to work, and they look like it. Oh, great.
Yeah.
We're kennel attendants. We clean up shit, and we prepare for the day. But put some effort in. At least make it look like you give a shit enough to change your clothes and come to work. Right.
I guess mine goes along with your guys. Speaking to the youngest and the youngers. I'm going to go with this because it happens every day. And if you've known me longer than 12 minutes, you know that I thrive and I thirst for knowledge. I just want to learn more every day. I want to be on my deathbed with a book in my hand, learning something that I didn't know yesterday. So when I draw my last breath, I'm going to know that much more before I go to the gates. So, and it's happened with me to these guys. It's happened to me with these guys. Some of the people in my circle, it's the same thing. If you think you know everything, you're an idiot. You can always learn something from the good people around you. The minute you think you know everything, well, there's a reason you're working as the greeter at Walmart and not the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Because what you think you know is not knowledge. It's your opinion. I don't necessarily think opinions are bad, but when you hold them out like this and you say, this is a fact. No. I read as much as I do, and I dive into some of these, concepts that we talk about here on the show so much. And, I get looks at work because, look, I'm on the road. I'm a salesman. I'm there to sell me, and I'm there to sell the product. But when somebody sees me in the lunchroom and I'm reading a book like American Marxist or The Case Against Socialism or, I just bought Ron DeSantis' new book. And it's pretty okay. I can't wait to the end. I'd like to do a full review on it. But, why are you reading this? I'm like, because I don't feel right unless I'm learning something. And when I read something like The Case Against Socialism, that's how I got to American Marxist. Oh, well, socialism isn't bad. Why don't you read American Marxist? And within 5 seconds of them saying that, it was in my queue on Amazon. It was on its way to my house. Sure, I'll read it. Absolutely, 1,000%. Because it's the stuff that I don't know that if I go and just put something out there without diving into both sides of a topic, I'm just a one-sided idiot. So
Well, and
every
Uh,
go ahead, please.
I figured we'd all have the same type of response, given that we are who we are, and like you say, we share a brain.
Yeah.
You saying that, your opinion, I rewatched I Changed My Mind this weekend. It was Gun Control Part 2 with Steven Crowder. And when posed to asking why they were against guns and what is an assault weapon, what is it that you're against, they don't know. They don't know. And here's why: because the news says the crime was committed with a semi-automatic handgun. Well, unless it's a single action, they're all semi-automatic.
And by the way, I haven't died yet.
Yeah,
it hasn't killed me yet.
One pull, one bullet. That's semi-automatic. So they hear that every time there's a shoot. They hear that every time there's a mass shooting. Our semi-automatic weapons are bad. We got to ban them.
Well, the problem is that the actual problem is that the terminology is that they're all automatic weapons. And no, they are all automatic weapons. They all fall under the automatic weapons category. There are subcategories to that category. One is fully automatic,
semi-automatic,
and the other is semi-automatic. Automatic just means that that the gun does everything to fire, load, recoil, get rid of the old shell, and does it all on its own. You don't have to, cock it every time. That's all automatic means. The fully or the sub is the real tell on what it is. And that's the problem. The media does use the term automatic weapons correctly. The problem is that it's the people that hear automatic weapons and think not
right.
You know,
you can do just as much damage with a 9mm than you can with an M16.
The Kel-Tec shooter.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
The Kel-Tec shooter. He used the Kel-Tec, and that is chambered in what was that? The synagogue shooter. Shooter was that?
Synagogue.
Yeah.
The Missouri, one of those shooters used Kel-Tec, and it's chambered in 9mm Luger. It has the same rate of fire, uses the same bullet, uses the same cartridge as any standard 9mm semi-automatic pistol on the planet. So how do you come up with that one? Now it was an AR-15. No, it wasn't even what he wasn't even using the gun that you think they were using. Not every firearm is an AR-15.
Right.
No, and then when they were posed with a number of years ago, Australia did a mandatory buyback, basically banning guns.
Right.
If you were still a registered owner and you didn't sell back, they would come and arrest you. And he would.
Oh yeah, people just buried their guns.
And he would ask the college students about that, and they were like, they would say, "Oh yeah, they just did that. It's a great thing." You realize that is government overreach, and they just stepped in and said, just because it's a buyback, it's a mandatory buyback. They're making you get rid of guns. And guess what?
Basically,
violent crime, not just gun crime, violent crime still went up.
Yep.
I mean,
because if you outlaw weapons, only outlaws will have weapons.
Well, there are approximately 20 million AR-15s registered these are the ones that are registered and known. There are 20 million registered AR-15s in this country every day.
So
how many actually get used in all of the shootings that they try? We've crunched these numbers, guys, and we all know that these numbers don't touch drunk driving. These numbers don't touch a lot of other issues.
I just had that paper close and I can't see where it is, but I still do have the numbers. Yes.
But we know that those are an unequal equality, as they would say.
Right.
But the numbers are there. There's 20 million registered AR-15s in this country every day, and almost none of them get used for anything. So by the numbers themselves, you're less car accidents, less drunk driving accidents, less alcohol related accidents in general with firearms than the top 4 killers on the planet.
Right. Let's
And we're not
let's
even
put a
the most
cap on
violent
this.
country.
Oh, go ahead.
We're not
Right.
even the most violent country.
Right.
But yeah, it just goes to your point, Chris, is that you can't pick a side with your emotions and your feelings. You got to know the facts, and facts are king, just like cash. Cash is king. Facts are king. Your feelings don't mean anything over the facts. And
If you tell me,
like Burns, read, educate yourself. Look at both sides of an argument before you take a stand. I don't like people who do that. They take a stand about something and then you well, why? Oh, I don't know. It's because everybody else is taking this side. That's
Since
not how
we're
you make a
talking about-
decision.
Right. Since we're talking about teachable and learnable moments, and again, guys, don't get me wrong. Not every moment in your life is a learnable, teachable moment. Yada yada yada. But you have to be
Some
aware.
of them are not repeatable.
Right. So I had a discussion / heated discussion with a friend in regards to the transgender ideology. I'm not going to belabor the point. If you've not watched the show and you don't know how I feel, ask me. I'm all for it. I'm willing to have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah,
But
do a back search and listen. You'll figure it out.
Listen,
and if you're somebody who has right, and if you're someone who has access to me on a personal level and you want to sit down and have that conversation, please feel free. I can learn something from you. You can learn something from me. But in this conversation, I had said, well, they're not doing it to kids. They're not doing it. I'm like, have you ever watched What Is a Woman? And they said, no. So I said, would you mind giving up 2 hours of your life? I will sit with you. I'll watch the whole thing. And I want to hear what you have to say at the end. Sure, absolutely. So I fired it up. I sat with this person and watched What Is a Woman? And at the end of it, they were just dumbfounded. They're like, this is really happening. I'm like, yes, it's really happening. As I've said before, and I'll say it again, if you're over 18, you do what you want. You're a legal adult. You want to have a change or you want to do the hormone thing or whatever, that's fine. If you're under 18, you are still, like Herm said when the kids were on. Kids are people, but they're also our responsibility. I don't want to go as far as he said, I own you, kid, but yes, we kind of do.
Well, he's kind of right.
In all, they're not chattel, but they're chattel. And
right.
If my 15-year-old, Jesus, she's going to be 16 in about a half a year. Jesus Christ,
she should be driving soon.
Me, and she has had. Oh, she's already learning. But we'll get to Zach. We'll get to your comment about Washington in just a second. I promise. I don't want to go too far on the gun thing, but she's asked me, well, what if I told you, I liked girls? I'm like, then you like girls. I already know she likes boys. And, and then she was goofing one day. She goes, well, what if I told you I was a boy? I'm like, I've got every bit of evidence that says otherwise. And until you're 18, you're playing by the house rules. And her mother agrees. Stephanie and I don't always agree on a lot of things, but we agree on this. You're 18, have fun. Do your thing. If that's the way you choose to live your life, then you choose to live that way. Your living that way is your right. Your living that way is up to you. Me accepting and being, a good parent, that's different. But if it's just like, say, random Joe on the street says, I'm going to become random Jane, that's cool. Live your life the way you want to. That's your choice. My choice is I can either accept it or deny it. That's what being an American is all about. And at the end of the day, we're all allowed to have different opinions. And I think not enough people look at these teachable / learnable moments and accept them. They just say, I think this, fuck you. I mean, look at we were just talking about Matt Walsh before we went on the air. If what happened to Matt Walsh last week with his, stuff being hacked and his Twitter being overtaken and sending out some foul stuff, if that had happened to someone on the other side, oh no, you'd have the AOCs of the world and all of this. They were all cheering and applauding. There were people asking to buy that information because they just don't agree with him. That's not how fair and balanced society works. I'm sorry.
Well, and then some dipshit writer from Wired emailed him, and or somebody emailed the guy who hacked him and wanted to buy some of the emails that were hacked.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, how fucking classless is that? You're a journalist, or he plays a journalist in a magazine. You're not a journalist. You're just a fucking retard who regurgitates hate and discontent and creates it.
Yep.
But you're supposed to be mostly peaceful. Fuck you.
Yep. Find the learnable moments, find the teachable moments, because as much as I learn from these guys, I've given to these guys and others in my life. I can learn something from everybody. I have a friend who is younger than I am, who she has taught me a lot in the ways of, looking at things in a different light. And, whether or not I agree with them all, that's fine and dandy. But I look at each one of those moments as this is a teachable moment where they're teaching me. And that's fine. The more I know, the better off I think I am.
And once you find out why they see things the way they see things, it kind of it makes you understand why they make the choices they make.
Absolutely.
You're getting their view. You're getting their side of it. Like you said, you don't have to agree with it, but you understand it. It's a little. You learn why this person is the way they are.
Mm-hmm. Little from column A, little from column B.
Exactly, and not going that far in a friendship or any relationship in your life, you're just lazy. If you don't want to have that conversation, and that's the problem. People don't want to have a civil conversation. We've lost the fine art of conversation in this country. Instead, it's just shouting from one side of the aisle to the other, saying "I'm right," "No, I'm right," and there's no seat in the middle where they can just sit and face each other and talk.
Right, and with 38 minutes to go, Zach has to leave us, but he leaves us with this question. And Zach, so far, you are the MVP. Check back on the replay to see if you actually won today's comment section MVP. The grand prize is our eternal thanks and love. What's a community-held belief that you disagree with and why?
Commonly held belief, huh?
Well, he put it, commonly. Sorry, I read it as dyslexia, kids. It's a bitch. Commonly held belief.
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a good question.
Yeah,
it's a very
really
good question.
Really is.
I wish I had thought of it for questions of the hat.
Yeah, that would have been a good one from the hat. Wow, but it would have stopped just dead like it has now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah, this one's a good one.
That is weird.
Ooh, all right. A commonly held belief that you disagree with and why?
That looks like
Chipotle is good food.
And don't you dare call it Mexican.
Oh,
there it is.
Mexican.
Chipotle is good food.
Okay. All right.
And it's funny.
Wow.
It's funny you say that because the other night when I was texting you guys pictures of my food I was preparing for that evening, and Herm's like, "Niggas double wrap that shit."
What kind of white motherfucker wrapped them goddamn tamales? Double wrapped. You might as well tie them with twine. Looking like some white girl did them for a fucking party. They gotta be picked.
Wow.
Like, welcome to Pinterest tamales, bitch.
Speaking of parties, the party has arrived. Hello, Leon, my man.
Yo,
What up, Leon?
Get your questions ready, Leon. We're gonna do this. My wife might fight you on that one. All right. Chipotle is not good food. I don't care what your wife says.
That's all right. All right, that's all right. I've seen your wife. Shit. I'll fight her. I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, but Herm, you'll fight anybody regardless of the outcome.
I'll start a fight in an empty fucking room.
That's what I'm saying. I've watched him beat the shit out of himself. He'll do that.
You're gonna Tyler Durden that shit. Fight Club style.
I've never quite seen anybody put themselves in the sharpshooter quite like Herm.
I'll start a fight in an empty room. Shit.
Commonly held belief that you disagree with. Kindness is contagious. Because it's not true. You can be kind to anybody you want. I do it every day. And sometimes I don't think it's great, but it's good when you're hungry and you want something quick. Welcome, Duckface. Kelly's here. Mrs. King, if you will. Does this mean we have to call Zach the Scarecrow now? Because we got the Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
Crow and Mrs. King. Good show.
Thank you.
She
And
is
if you're
sexy.
old enough to remember that show, you're welcome. You can be kind to anybody you want.
I mean,
It
that
doesn't
show was no
necessarily
Remington
mean-
Steele, but
No, it was not.
Oh, now we're talking.
You can be kind. You can shut up.
or Simon and Simon, but you know.
Simon and Simon was getting off the point.
Nope.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Ernie.
see, there it goes.
Yeah, we're herming it again. Bring it back. Bring it back. You can be kind to anybody you want. I do it every day. And there are some people you're kind to. It doesn't seem to matter. They're going to be prickly bitches no matter what you do. I'm not saying don't be kind. But when somebody says to me, oh, just be kind. Kindness is contagious. You know what else is contagious? Herpes. So, I'm not advocating going out and giving everybody herpes. Just saying pick who you're kind to, because I live by the credo, treat me the way you want to be treated, you're going to get it in return. The minute you do me wrong or you have expired all of my kindness, you're done. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Goodbye.
All right. What's your commonly held belief that you disagree with, Lynchoid?
That
Oh
shit
my
you
God.
did was wrong, baby.
Yeah, sure you do. Wrong. That Will Smith was really ever entertaining, or a great actor.
Entertaining, he was a great.
Okay,
actor.
I can say great actor. He did really well with a couple of roles, but I wouldn't say he was a great actor. I said I would agree that he is entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can't
He
watch
just
those
annoys
old
me.
Fresh Princes.
I never watched that show because of him.
Wow. See, I
There's
like
something
when
about
he's
something about him annoys me.
when he's comedic. I like him. I really do. Whether it's the Fresh Prince, Men in Black, Wild Wild West. When
Yes, I don't care for him. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, because you're going right in my direction, and I love.
I don't care for him serious. The only serious role he liked was Ali, and the only reason I liked the serious role was because Ali was a smack talker and he was funny as fuck. So that worked for him. But the best parts of his serious roles are when they slide a little comedy in.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got great comedic timing. He really does.
You guys
I will
get
say
out.
that
And,
I
get out
will
and try
say
this.
that from what I have seen of the Fresh, that is pretty good. I have some downstairs. I wish they made it in diet though, or
Yes.
sold it in diet.
Yeah.
I have seen the clip of him when Ben Vereen, who plays his father in Fresh Prince,
Oh yeah.
leaves and he breaks down. That is, you know what? That was from the heart. I can tell. That bit of acting, kind of serious acting, I like. I liked him in Bad Boys. I liked him in Men in Black, the first one. All the 1st ones. Men in Black 1, Bad Boys 1. They're making a Bad Boys 4, by the way.
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
And they did another Willy Wonka movie. Anyway,
Oh Lord.
I digest.
Oh,
But
dear
there's
Jesus.
something about him. It's like like I said last week, Elizabeth Banks. There's
Love
something
her.
about her I just don't like, only because I know behind the curtain type stuff. But
Gotcha.
he just annoys the shit out of me. I'll watch something if it's on and I happen to like the movie as a whole. Like what was the name? He played the drunk Hitchcock or whatever it was.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like that.
Hancock.
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 I like that movie. I like the concept of that movie, and I really like it for Charlize Theron and Jason Bateman.
Well, that's really the only reason that you watch that movie is Charlize Theron.
Somebody
to be honest.
pasted
It's a
one of
fun-
my friends from years ago said paste in a GIF your crush, and I posted Charlize Theron.
Ooh.
I have such a thing for her. She's such a beautiful person.
Ooh. I like her. I like that. I like everything you just said. I will still disagree with you to this day about Miss Elizabeth Banks. But again, I don't know the behind the scenes gimmick, so I dare not make a comment forthwith about that.
No, it's understandable. Like I said, you have your opinion, I have mine.
Mm-hmm.
We can agree to
Okay.
disagree.
Absolutely.
Beer.
We can get some. So let's get some more questions coming in before I have to ask a question.
Do we have anything? Anything coming in? What do we got?
One right here says, "Why is Burns so sexy?"
You made that up.
Yep,
did.
yep, he did. He
You
did.
I don't
still
see
have
that
to answer.
anywhere.
He did. It's got to be the shoes.
It's the goatee.
It's got to be the shoes. Spike Lee said it. It's got to be the shoes.
Got to be the shoes.
It's like the shoe polish goatee.
You know what? Shoe polish my ass.
The shoe polish goatee.
I just cut the
Could've been.
lynch.
Said the man with a dead possum on his fucking face.
This is the longest I've had a beard because I started.
It's like a fucking possum crawled up your sleeping body and fell asleep on your face and just fucking died there. And that's it. Now it's where it stays.
It melded together like two bats.
Yeah, like it gripped in, right, with its claws, and then it died, and rigor set in, and the fucking thing just don't come off now.
Wow.
It's a thing of beauty. I look like Thanos when I sit.
Yeah, the female possum in the neighborhood say you are sexy as fuck.
I get a lot of compliments about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then
I'm
they go
sure.
home and they go home, take their
Fucking
Metamucil,
Salvation
watch
Army's hit him
Matlock.
up 3 times this month in case he wants to come shake a fucking bell at Christmas time.
A little
people-
kid. This funny side story. A little kid was staring at me in Walmart 2 weeks ago, and I looked at him. I waved, and the mother turned around and says, "He wants to know if you know Santa Claus."
Bitch, that's when you
"Oh,
fucking Dave Chappelle it. Bitch, I am Santa Claus.
So I was like, "Oh, he sent me out to run some errands, and I happened to come here."
Wow.
And the kid, smile, and the mother's just laughing.
If not,
Yeah,
the smile
he's
of a child.
Santa's his younger brother. Yeah.
What's your name, Methuselah?
Right. The people that that compliment your beard usually when they go home, take their Metamucil, watch Matlock, have their applesauce, and go to bed.
That's fine by me.
For real.
Compliment.
The national news is the Late Show.
Right. Wow. We got to see the 6 o'clock, Harold. I'm getting sleepy.
Yeah, it worked great for him here because all of that shit is an hour early.
Mm-hmm.
Prime time starts at 7 p.m. here.
There you go. You get the Golden Girls and Matlock. back
That's
to
what it
back,
is.
and you're
Golden
in bed.
Girls and Matlock, and you're in bed by 9, baby. It's out.
The headline news is Jeopardy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that shit starts at 6.
Yeah, but as you get older, you kind of like the Wheel of Fortune better because you're not as quick on the draw mentally.
Well, it's because they're about the same age as you are.
Well, we watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune back to back most nights after dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeopardy, I feel like the dumbest human on the fucking planet. And with Wheel of Fortune, I feel like Albert fucking Einstein because some of those bitches are dumb, fucking dumb. Bitch, why are you asking for a P? It's clearly an R. It's one letter away, and they get it fucking wrong.
We used to call that game
It's not
shows for the
fight.
stupid.
It's not fight of the bumblebee. It's flight of the bumblebee. You dumb fuck.
I have an R. It's an L.
It's an L. It's an L. It's almost like you want to just talk into the remote through the TV. No, it's an R. It's an R, not a.
Alexa.
It's not an L. It's an R.
Alexa, tell this dumb cunt on the television. It's an R.
Telling the dumb. Oh, no, I'm not going.
Telling the dumb cunt on TV, it's an R.
All right, real quick. On the game
I
show
got a
thing,
cramp.
I sat with a couple of my nieces and nephews.
Family
I don't know how-
Feud.
I don't know how many months
there you
ago. That's different. That's fun.
I love
And
Steve
you're-
Harvey.
We were watching some game show, and I wasn't even looking at the TV. I'm eating something, and they're asking the questions. I'm just belting out the answers. Mesopotamia, King Richard III, and my niece looked at me and went, "How do you know all this stuff?" I'm like, "I pay attention in school. I wasn't the
I'm a
brightest
dork.
kid. I read books, and yeah,
Right, I watch a lot of documentaries about actual historical events, not like, you know.
Oh, speaking of biographies, Whitney Houston, how was it, Chris? Did you watch it all?
I haven't finished it. I fell asleep.
I did finish it.
Alright,
And I will wait
so-
till you finish it for us to talk about it, but
I just want to know. I just want to know one thing. Hollywood bullshit or is it somewhere in the middle? Because
I would say it's I've watched the whole story. I know where they stopped the story in the stream of consciousness, as you would say, of from the start to finish of where it was. I don't think it's Hollywood bullshit.
Good. Because I'm going to go into it.
They definitely get into a little more than I thought they were going to get into in the dynamic with Bobby and Whitney, and the truth, and some of the drug details. So they were rather open about it, and it's pretty blatant and on the page. So yeah, I don't think so. It highlights some of Whitney's best music, and the girl that did a pretty decent job. So yeah, I don't think it's complete fluff.
Okay.
I don't think it's a complete fluff piece, and that's all I'm going to leave it until we talk about the whole movie, start to finish.
I remember talking about this when it came out in theaters back in December, January, and you didn't really hear much about it. They didn't even get into. You didn't see anything in the trailer that would indicate one way or another.
No, it was, and that was our thing, is we didn't see any of that real backstory that we all knew happened in the trailer from the push side. It was so we were skeptical in regards to whether it was a fluff piece or whether it had some actual merit. So yeah, I
watched that. I wasted 2.25 hours of my life and watched that Elvis movie.
I loved it.
I got about a half hour in, and I couldn't do it. I don't know. I just could not do it.
I got to caveat that the first time I watched it, I wasn't sold. I watched it.
I might have to revisit it, but I got about a half hour, 45 minutes in, and I was like, this is not what I was looking for. I have to sit down, I guess, with a different mindset. But yeah, I got in and I was like, that's just this kind of sucks.
Well, here's what ruined it for me was whatever the actor's name is who plays Elvis.
Austin Butler.
He was doing that Elvis shtick in interviews. After the movie came out, and he was acting like Elvis. So I went into it like he's not acting, and then I find out he was still acting. I don't know. It was just weird for me. I didn't
kind of like Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman.
Well, I buy him.
Yeah.
Andy Kaufman. He totally gets the expressions down. There's some scenes where you're like, holy shit, he really is an Andy Kaufman here.
Yeah.
But with this kid, he's just doing shtick.
Yeah.
It just like, I don't know. I like Tom Hanks in the movie. I thought he did a very good job portraying his shyster manager.
Tom Parker?
Yeah, I think he did a great job.
We got a question from the outside. Do you know what the pogo is?
Pogo?
The pogo. I knew right away.
Is that a dance?
Yes. It's the punk rock dance. You jump up and down.
You jump up and down?
Sometimes you got your hands up, but you basically either you're in one place, you're kind of
like
moving
this.
about. Yeah. You're basically doing that thing when the ice cream truck comes when you're 4 and you're jumping
Ice cream
up and
man! Ice cream man!
Bingo.
It's the pee-pee dance with both feet.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pee-pee dance.
I saw a kid in Trader Joe's like this in the shopping cart. He must have been 3 or 4.
The Italians out there will know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his mother's pushing him through the store, and I'm like, I feel you, kid. You're my spirit. You're my spirit.
You're my spirit, kid. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you for the question, Elise. Much appreciated. Do you guys have a question as we're wrapping time down, dwindling slowly?
20 minutes and counting.
I'm just going to vote right now. Zach is the MVP
Zach wins.
of the chat. Zach's the MVP of the chat section.
He's like,
I can agree with that.
He's the MVP of the MVP section.
Zach, you can collect your prize at 1313 Mockingbird Lane. Knock twice, wait a second, and then knock twice again. Yes, very much so. Not Michael Herman, just Herman.
Just Herman.
Herm. Is Herm here?
Oh, yeah, is Herm here? Wrong house.
Wrong Munster.
Oh, now that the bile has come down from my throat, I'll ask you guys a question. What is one food you absolutely refuse to eat, and why?
Beets.
I love
Wow.
those.
They taste
I'm
like
back.
they taste like sweet. They taste like sweet dirt.
Sweet dirt.
They do to me.
You know what?
The
That's a
MVP is
very-
back in the house. We'll get to his question in a minute.
That is a very accurate statement. See,
Sweet
I've always eaten them. I've only
dirt.
ever really eaten them pickled. Because my grandfather pickled everything. Pickled jalapenos,
Including
pickled
himself.
cucumbers, pickled beets, pickled eggs. I mean, I wish I had his pickling recipe because it was the bomb. But yeah, I like beets. If I were to choose a food never to eat, man, that's a tough one, man. I don't really like pineapple that much.
Okay. I love pineapple.
So pineapple's off the fucking table, but that deviled fucking ham is on this side of the fucking line.
You got it, baby.
What the fuck?
Oh, before
We're
I
in
give my
Bizarro
answer,
world.
before I get to my answer, Zach's answer to that question is ranch ice cream because I enjoy my palate intact.
My palate's fine. Look,
You got a black dot. See, it's already started. It's already started. That's the dirt. Oh. I don't know if
So you
ranch
up-
is a food,
There's
so
a
I can't
UFO
say
in here.
ranch. Oh my Jesus!
well, it's a condiment. You eat it. You consume it. It has calories.
Yeah, but I said food. It's not. I don't consider that a food. It's
It
a
is-
dressing. It's a condiment.
With those criteria, it does
or
qualify as food.
or an ice cream.
It doesn't matter. What's the one food I refuse to eat? I love eggs, but you can keep all that hard-boiled egg shit to yourself. Nope.
Oh,
It smells like
I got
smells
a
like
freak
ass.
cold right now.
It tastes like ass. Your breath is ass after that. No, you can keep all the hard-boiled egg shit.
Oh man, you can't make egg salad without hard-boiled eggs.
Bingo, and I
love
don't eat
eggs.
that shit either.
Can't make deviled eggs without hard-boiled eggs.
Don't eat those either.
And I love them.
Can't make potato salad without hard-boiled eggs.
Don't eat
And
that
I
either.
love that.
Although my aunt makes a fantastic potato salad with no eggs, with certain kind of peppers and mustard, spicy mustard instead of mayo.
That sounds
I can go
bomb.
that. What's up, Big Al?
Big Al is here. All right.
Ow! Yay.
Zach-
Dude, I do a bacon, egg, and cheese potato salad that would knock your Aunt Connie's socks off.
If I had an Aunt
Sounds
Connie,
good.
I'd let her know. I'm going to split Zach's into two because I think hero and mentor are different. So, hello, dude, it's Tim. TA, Magnum TA, but it's Tim. Just say hi, Tim.
Oh man, I almost mouthed off a little when I saw TA. I just threw some words out and it almost is
I
bad.
wanna do that. He's a nice guy. He's good. Well, yeah, he's mostly, we'll call him, he's 99.9% good people. It's that 0.1% you got to get past. He's a troublemaker.
All good people are.
Exactly. Zach's question was, who is your hero / mentor and why? I think those are two different things. So, Lynch, we'll start with you. Who's your hero / mentor and why?
I had the same answer for both. My dad.
I figured you would. Yep.
My dad. I learned more just by watching my dad do things, just by reading a book. He's like, I've never done this before. I should read up on it. That was a famous line of my father's. The next day, doing it off book.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I was 10, 12 years old that my dad was a fantastic painter, an artist. He started drawing again when I was around that age. An amazing photographer. Right before he died, my dad was in contact with a publisher. A publisher actually sought him out and wanted to make a coffee table book based upon the horses and nature photos he took.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've learned more from my dad than anybody else in my life. And that's both morally, education-wise, just how to be a good person.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was many things. A saint he was not, but even with the mess that he left after he died, he's got my utmost respect. Tyson, edible.
No flower.
I know.
It's
No,
the best
because
flower
there's
that'll
really-
knock your ass out.
I really don't have anybody else in my life that I could look to in that role. I really
Okay.
don't. I have uncles and cousins who are mentors, who guide me through some shit in my life. But that's my answer. I'm sticking
All right.
to it.
All right, Herminator, hero mentor.
It'd be Pops for the hero, and Julia Child.
Okay.
I knew the answer already.
My hero, my grandfather. That man, to the day he died, was the hardest working man I've ever known. Runs circles around. He could run circles around the three of us and not be tired. And what he said something, he meant it. It carried weight, and you believed him and you listened to him the first time. Because I lost my grandfather at a relatively young age, my mentor was Mort Krieger, my old math teacher, and
Yep.
up through and including a year and a half ago was my mentor till the very day he died. There wasn't a problem he wouldn't listen to, solve, give me advice on. Just one of the greatest human beings on earth. Tim has 3 questions. I'm going to ignore the third one because the answer is yes.
I want to ignore the first 2 also, but
The second one I'm going to
I don't believe they're legit questions.
I think he's playing, but do you believe we ever landed on the moon? Yes.
Yes.
Too much evidence. Do you?
Yo, I mean, not for nothing, but it was computer generated. Okay, but did you guys happen to see what the fuck CGI looked like in like 1985? It looked like the Money for Nothing video, and that was the state of the art. So no, it wasn't done. Nope. No.
Is the Earth
It's
flat?
real.
No. The Earth
No,
is not flat.
No, your head's flat.
Actually, he has a flat top, so I'll give
But
you that.
yeah, no, the Earth is not flat either.
And no, you don't make me horny.
Well, I've seen
No.
him. He gives me a little tickle in the end of my schmeckle, so.
I don't even think that the Earth. I don't even think it matters whether someone's opinion is that it is flat or not. I think science has proven it's already round. So, regardless of opinion, facts trump it, baby.
There you go. Again, I know that Tim has questioned.
Randy, baby.
I get it. But the Earth is not flat. I will argue a motherfucker. I interviewed a flat earther once, and he just talked in a circle for an hour and a half.
Which is funny because he talked. His point was the way he talked was round, but the Earth isn't.
Circular definition.
It was on his website that I got the greatest screenshot of all time. There are flat earthers all over the globe. Killing
Deflate your own argument.
Pretty much.
Or
Killing your argument in
deflating
1 second.
your own argument with 1 point. Very nice. Very sexy.
It's like calling up a guy and saying, "Hey, we just found your wife. She's been murdered. Can you come to the scene of the crime?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, sure." And he shows up. You're dumb. You're dumber than a box of shit. And like Tim just said, he does believe we never went to the moon, but Earth is definitely round. Thank you for not being a complete idiot. I know that I know there are really quality arguments on either side about the moon landing. I get it, but too much points in the direction of yes, it's real, then no, it isn't.
There's only 2 types of countries on this planet: countries that use the metric system, and countries that went to the moon.
I love it.
That's us.
I
And
love
Mars.
it. Oh wow! All
Mars
right,
is
guys,
next.
come on. Need more questions. Got 10 minutes left. You can do it.
Do I make you horny, baby? Right.
No.
Dear Christ.
No, you don't.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Shave your
My
face.
higher
We'll talk.
depression.
But
I have some beautiful fucking bread. I made bread because I didn't have bread to make the croutons for onion soup. So I made bread just to have croutons.
That sounds amazing.
I did like this really
Uh-oh.
fucked up enriched bread with egg and butter
You
and
hear that in the background, Burns?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Making an appearance for the
Finally.
first time in a long time.
Oh my lord, guys, do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? It's the Symphony of Disparction. And Herm is trying to
There
get
you
it.
go.
All right, the Symphony of Disparction. Zach comes in with, this is good. This would be really good. What's one question you wish I had already asked you? That's an interesting question. Didn't see that coming.
Would I like my $1 million in large bills or smalls?
Pennies.
Why does my wife hate wrestling and say it's so fake, but she'll watch goofy ass rom-coms and cry? That's the question I wish you. And I'm just kidding. Kelly doesn't watch those kind of movies. So, and if she does, I'm in trouble.
Can I tell you guys that the Hallmark Channel and whatever other channel shows those goofy fucking Christmas movies that are filmed in Connecticut? My wife watches every fucking one of them.
Of course she does. That entire channel is those channels are all marketed for her.
Yep, and every one of those movies features either Candace Cameron Bure or Valerie Bertinelli.
Not anymore.
Yep,
Valerie
yep.
Bertinelli doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, well, I'm sure the film festival will be on where it's all Valerie all day, and it's the shit she made for the last 15 years.
Hey, back in her day, I'd watch her read the phone book.
Oh, that's true. Hell, I'd eat the phone book while she read it. Big Al comes in. Chicken parm or parm-crusted chicken?
Chicken parm.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely 1,000%.
I love veal parmesan. Veal.
The only veal, chicken parm, yes, but you can keep that eggplant shit and shove it up your ass.
Heard veal tents.
Veal tents. Do you know the Muffin
Yes,
Man?
he lives on Drury Lane.
Beat me to it.
I
Damn
know
it.
the Muffin Man. It is under.
Way down deep in
Last
his
house on
laboratory.
Last house
The
on
Muffin
left,
Man.
Jimmy.
Al knows where the Muffin Man is. He's down with Zappa.
That's right.
Not my gumdrop buttons.
And, oh, he used that word. Al says he made the, which one? The chicken parm or the parm-crusted chicken? But it made
Moist.
them moist.
Moist.
You gotta love a word that drives half the fucking population crazy.
Moist.
It's either
We
moist or cunt.
We bought this tub of like alphabet cinnamon graham cookies, and I purposely spelled out the word moist and handed it to my wife. She's like, you're an asshole.
I know a lot of people are against the red sauce at a wedding, but I got to be honest. I think chicken parm is a beautiful meal for a wedding.
It's a family meal.
Well, it's a family meal. It can be very, very family oriented in a lot of families.
Yeah.
And if there's, you can, it's also easy to deal with anybody's stuff with specialties. Oh, they don't want red sauce. They just want butter on it. That's easy. You can put that plate out too. They don't want the chicken. They just want the pasta and sauce. It's for a kid. Yeah. They just want the chicken with cheese. You can handle that. All those, you know, I mean, it's Italian food. It's the same. It's like Taco Bell. It's 7 ingredients put together 854 ways.
Right.
And you can always modify it relatively easy. I just think chicken parm is a great fucking family meal for a wedding. I love it.
And speaking from experience, that is an all-day affair, making lasagna in an Italian family. I dated an Italian woman many years ago, and I married one. And when I was dating this girl, Shannon, it was the grandfather was on the sauce. The grandmother was making the noodles, you know, and the kids were helping mom make the bread, and it lasted all day. And it's just like Herm said, so versatile.
Mm-hmm. And he's a chef, so he can say whatever he wants about food.
He knows
except
the
ranch
meats.
ice cream.
Yeah, I don't even cook my noodles for lasagna. I don't even waste my fucking time.
Nope, don't
No,
bother.
you do it when you put it all in.
I just
And
build it.
You know what's funny, Herm, is that they market those no-bake lasagna pieces. Pasta.
Yeah, they're just dehydrated pasta sheets. That's all they are. It's just the same. The process is a little quicker with the no bakes.
But it's you can just take regular lasagna noodles and put them in there. Just let them.
Yeah, you just got to bake it slower and lower and longer. That's all.
One of my favorite dishes is baked spaghetti pie.
Oh yeah.
Not the white trash version. It's an actual spaghetti pie where they
Right.
where it goes in raw from the counter to the pan, and it's got chunks of mozzarella cheese in there, some Parmesan Reggiano.
Yeah, and all the moisture from the everything else is what softens up your pasta.
Oh, and the sauce cooks with it. Oh my God, that's what I want now for dinner.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
look,
who's
Donald!
back?
Look at this. Donald Trump is back.
No, welcome back, Donald.
Welcome back, Donald.
Not sure how you found your way here, but
Thank you.
you're always wrong. I know
You're always
words.
wrong,
I know all
bro.
the
I know the best words.
I know all the words. I know the best words.
I know the best words. I use them all the time.
We're gonna build a
Ignore
wall.
my tiny hands.
There was a bag. I was in Big Lots yesterday, and there was a bag of tiny hands, and I almost bought them.
Oh, you should have.
That would have been hilarious. That would have
That
been funny
would've
as shit.
The best shit.
That would have been
best.
funny as shit.
They were like, "This."
I have the best hands.
Why are you
Not
buying a
quite
bag
good
of
when I
hands?
grab them by the. I'm not even. gonna get
My big masculine hands.
Grabbing them by the pussy.
it. Melania loves my hands. They're the best hands. Oh my lord!
They're just
Oh
small,
dear
man.
Lord.
They fit perfectly.
Thanks
They
for
fit
joining,
perfectly.
Donald. Much appreciated. Appreciate
We
it.
do.
Right here.
Like he doesn't. He can't even follow the format. He's making statements. We're asking for questions, Don.
Yeah, and he's giving us answers. Well, Donald, thank you. For
We've
stirring
got
up
the
format.
answers. We've
Right.
got the answers. Way to follow suit. Good job, sir.
All right,
Excellent.
I got one last question before we go.
What?
Anybody got any ideas for next week?
I don't know. What was my idea a couple weeks ago that I shut out? I'm trying to remember what it was.
You got to start writing this shit down, bro.
I know. I put it in my phone and then I bury it with other notes. The fuck was it?
Well,
Oh,
could
we
do
don't
part
know.
Of it, part of it, we could collectively
Guitar-
review the Whitney Houston movie.
We could do that because I'll watch it this week. I almost turned it on Sunday night and made Megan watch it, but she wanted to
Wow.
watch something else. I think it was the guitar solos, like our favorite guitar solos. No, any genre from any period.
Oh yeah, I think there was something thrown around.
We have to do
Yeah.
it. We'll hold on for music.
Custom cars and naked chicks. Well, that would be fun.
That'll be. There we go.
I gotta get my.
We would
pick
need
wagon
visual
running.
aids, though, Big Al. You're gonna have to,
I don't want any kind of AIDS.
Does anybody remember the diet pill back in the way early
AIDS.
80s?
AYDS.
AYDS.
AIDS.
Who's waiting with AIDS? That didn't age well.
Like a year later, AIDS break out. What the fuck?
And people were just dying and starving and turning
And
to
losing
weak
weight.
little things. Yeah.
And losing weight. with
Yeah.
AIDS.
AIDS. The new super dexatrim.
The soup that eats like a meal.
That shit that came out in like the late 90s, early 2000s that made your
Yeah.
heart, the ephedrine, made your heart
Yeah.
explode. Yeah, give me
Yeah.
2 of those. and Red Bull.
Dexatrim. Dexatrim. It was, you had like mothers and daughters and grandmothers all taking it. You had like entire families taking speed together.
Legally.
That must have been a fun family ride to Virginia.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. So Lynch is throwing out guitar solos. We got the Whitney Houston biopic review. Here's an idea. We'll take Lynch's idea, and then Herm and I will each send one to all of us, and it'll be like the like questions from the hat, but musical. One category. We each sent Lynch's category is your favorite guitar solos. How many? Are we stealing Joey's gimmick, or are we gonna go like top 3, top 4?
I say top 3, top 4.
Found out a good that answer, dude.
So,
Well, either one.
Heard.
Chicken or fish? Chicken or fish? Sounds great.
That-
No.
Oh, that's right. I had the lasagna.
What do you prefer? You tell me.
4 sounds good.
4. Okay.
Top 4. All
You
right.
got to figure.
Then
you want to figure on timing. You know.
Yeah,
All that.
Don't
shit.
get too- yeah.
Production value stuff.
sure. And then, all right.
You too, Alan.
Al's bailing out on us, but hey, at least he showed up.
Right.
Appreciate
That's
it.
right. That's right.
Thank you.
Ham. I'm not. I have what? I don't understand. Ham.
Just out of nowhere, he
We
just likes to throw out lamb.
pork chops. I thought we were just screaming out our favorite meats. I don't know what's up.
Variety.
Maybe it's an answer to the what one food would you never eat?
Pickle and pimento loaf. What are we doing?
He's answering a question from a half hour ago.
Way to stick with the group, Zach. Way to stick with the group.
I changed my answer.
Where's Zach? I think we left him at the zoo.
I changed my answer on the food. It's liverwurst. I can never eat that again in the rest of my life. My grandfather used to make that for me for lunch when I was a kid.
Oh, my dad loved it. Big, thick fucking slices slathered with mustard.
Like that.
On some nice, shitty old bread. Oh, he loved that.
Oh, my grandfather was pumpernickel or rye.
Oh, with the chicken or fish. I got you.
I see where you're going. All right, thanks, Zach.
With a layer of mayonnaise or mustard like this.
Yeah, no, Dad used to do it with like 3 big fat slices of liverwurst and a shitload of mustard. Yeah, and I couldn't do that either. But I'll eat foie gras. So I'm not.
I've had foie gras.
It's delicious.
You can foie gras yourself.
It actually is.
It's
delicious.
delicious. It's delicious.
So it's going to be a music episode next week, kids, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Join us. And if you don't, you will not be MVP ever again. Donald, if you want to come back and say some more stuff, come on back, Mr. Trump. We love hearing from you.
We love hearing you.
Even though Donald Trump
he's our only YouTube watcher.
Yes. So thank you, Donald Trump.
The former president's following our show.
That's right. The president's following our show.
I'm looking for people that can work for me. Only the best people. They're the
Great jobs. Only the best jobs.
I'm trying to find his
pickle
profile.
loaf.
Ah, God damn it.
Piss pussy everywhere.
My father always liked pickle and pimento loaf too.
Oh.
Yeah, or head cheese. He loved head cheese.
That was the Polish side of my family. The head cheese and the pimento loaf.
Nope.
Head cheese.
Nope, I'm with you, Zach.
See, I like the mortadella with the fat and the pistachios. I mean, it's just Italian bologna with fat in it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I like
it's fucking beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You guys are sick and twisted. Sick and twisted.
It's beautiful. It's just a fucking thing of beauty.
Oh, no.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Put your ham on the pan.
Get out of here with that shit.
Ham.
More ham. Just more ham. By the way, guys, in case you guys missed it, if you're listening to this audio only, after the fact, today is the perfect date. If any of you have ever seen Miss Congeniality, when they asked the bubblehead blonde to describe her perfect date.
Yes.
She said, I'd have to say April 25th.
April 25th, because it's not too cold, and it's not too warm, and you just need a light jacket.
That's it. So welcome to the perfect date.
Dear Lord.
I'm not quite sure. We're just going to close with Zach's comment. He does love some tasty nuts. Yes, you do, Herm. Yes, you do.
Heard that about him.
Yes. I love some tasty nuts. And stuff. And nads are stuff.
Nads are stuff. Come back again next week. We're going to talk music, and more music. The more you give, the more we take. And we thank you so much for joining us. Gentlemen, say something.
Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
Hold on. There it is.
Judgment falls upon you at first light. I'm the hand of God. I'm the darkness.
Just so you guys know, pickled pimento loaf is not a great aphrodisiac.